start off with welcome to the 40th episode. It's our 40th episode, son. You realize that?
Oh, is this you starting?
Yes, I'm sorry. Well, you said I can't start with
Well, I know, but it was just so.
Well, how am I supposed to start?
Usually the conversation starts midway, like the conversation is already going.
Okay, well, it's already getting through. All right, so
then
can I go ahead and start again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that going to work though? So you made this very difficult.
No.
Everything was running smooth.
No, okay, you know what? That itself was good enough for a cold open because everybody sees our frustration. So
okay,
so
we're just gonna leave this in anyway. I'd like to start off with, of course, again the 40th episode, which is we're in the fourth season. Can I get a applause for that? Thank you very much. And thank you to the NSPN for allowing us to continue the Big Modcast podcast, and of course, thank you to you and my son Chris for being a part of this ride along on this podcast journey, because I think it's fun and I love what we do. What? You're just laughing at my notes, aren't you?
Well, I kind of. It's just like it's everything you write down. You're not much of an improviser.
Well, I'm not. Okay,
like
so
you
want?
Like,
I mean, why can't this is what I do though?
I know, but I'm just saying, like you write it down. Like for me, like I could just because
like, you're a fucking actor. Okay, I get it.
No, that really doesn't have to do with anything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. Was that good?
Not really, but
okay.
fine.
You want to do it? No, you're not.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're not doing shit. So last night watched the
Chris Rock special.
Chris Rock special. Have you got a chance to watch that on Netflix?
I haven't. Bits and pieces. But.
It's to me it's a must. I thought it was really good, but to make a long story short, if you people out there want to see exactly, if you haven't seen it, and this is not really a spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, and when you get to the last 9-10 minutes, it gets really good because he talks about the incident with Will Smith. He lets them have it. I mean, I literally had to watch it like 2 or 3 times because it was that funny. It was good. All right, I got a quick 7 cool things about snakes. You like snakes?
I don't like them.
You know, I don't either. But this is a must that I have to do. So I had to do some research. So one thing is they have a very large family.
Yeah,
it's 3,789 snake species. Did you know that?
I knew there's a lot. I didn't know the exact number.
It's a big family, right? Number 2, flexible jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have flexible jaws which allow them to eat their prey that is bigger than their heads.
Yeah,
so they can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that snakes do not have eyelids?
So they don't blink.
They don't blink at all. Yeah. But they have a thin membrane.
Yeah, that
covers
their eyes.
That covers their eyes, right? You know what it's called?
No.
It's called a brele.
Brele?
Brele.
Brele.
Brele. Really? It's a brele. Brele? And you know what that means? It's in German.
Which means?
Glasses.
Interesting.
They smell with their tongues. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, you knew that?
I did.
Would Mr. Rogers teach you that?
No.
How'd you know that?
I can't tell you.
All right.
That one is more like the most common known fact.
Yeah, okay. So that's but did you know they have nostrils?
Yes.
But do they use them?
Yeah.
I guess not.
No, they don't use their nostrils. It's just part of their face. They use the roof of their mouth to smell as well, which is called the Jacobson organ. Anyway, they don't have manners. Of course, you know why? Because they can't chew their food.
How is that a fact?
They don't have table manners.
How is that a fact?
It's a fact.
It's not really.
Nope. Some people probably think, do they chew their food or not?
No, everybody thinks they just swallow their food entirely.
They do swallow their food. They don't chew.
Exactly.
Okay. And number 7 is 5 forms of locomotion. You know what locomotion is?
Like a train?
That's how they move.
It's like, yeah. Like how do we? What's our locomotion?
We walk.
We're bipedal.
What?
We're bipedal.
What's that mean?
It means we walk on 2 legs.
That's bipedal?
Yes.
Never heard of that.
What, you never heard of a quadruped either?
Things here.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, exactly. We're learning things here. Now I'm starting to learn some stuff.
So I guess that makes a snake non-pedal.
No.
What is it then?
They just... I don't know.
All
right.
You're a resident smart guy. You're supposed
Yeah.
to know
Anyway,
things.
so yeah, those are 7. See,
Yeah, he's the facts guy.
yeah. So those are 7 facts. Okay, but now do you guys know why I brought this up?
Yes, we do know why because
Okay, why?
Yeah, because the youngest member of the Garcia clan, Ileana Garcia, is bringing home a snake from school that she's taking care of for a week. Why?
I hate it.
Yeah, why? I don't know.
Really?
Chris, you don't want the snake in
No,
the house? Why?
we already got one animal. We don't need another.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Modcast. So yeah, let us introduce our guest, a friend of mine from back in the day. He's a Hawk. I'm sure everybody was wondering, I wonder what high school he went to. Yeah, he's a true Hawk. Please welcome Mr. Steve Williams. Steve, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you.
How you been?
Me. I've been great. How about yourself?
Good. We're good. You want a beer?
Man, I would love one.
Okay, well, I got more here for you if you like. Is that one okay?
Thank you. Oh,
I like you to try the Modelos.
I like that. And you said we were friends from back in the day. We still friends, right?
Oh, we still definitely friends.
Okay. Just had.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a setup?
No, it's all good, man. I guess I'll pop mine. Yeah, you're welcome. So everything's good?
Man, everything is great. It really is.
It's good, man. We're blessed.
Yes,
Right?
yes. How are you guys? You guys great?
We're good. We're just doing this, little fun thing to do,
Right.
and bringing in people to talk, and I like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
I didn't know
I'm
what
glad
I
you-
would talk about because I don't.
I didn't want you to think about it and get nervous
Man,
because you might have come in with a notebook just like me, like, oh,
I got it. But I'm like your son. I looked at the points in the car. That's what took me so long.
yeah, okay. That's funny. How's the wife?
Everybody, she's good.
Yeah?
She's good. Kids are good. Well, my adults are good.
Okay, yeah, but they're always going to be our kids, right?
Yeah, forever, man.
Forever.
Grandkids are good. Yeah.
You guys all staying busy?
We are actually doing some remodeling around the house, so that's kind of occupying my time along with working a little part time. So after retirement, I had to do a little something.
So you are retired.
I am.
Okay, see, that was gonna ask.
Yeah, 2018 I retired. And
Nice.
So I'm working part time for the school district. And,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
something to keep me busy, get me out the house, and keep these lambs.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for like you said, keeping yourself busy. There's always something to do in the house.
Always.
Whether
Always.
you got to fix a doorknob,
Yeah.
or if the door's getting ready to fall off,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I mean, always something.
Yeah, I create stuff to do though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I create something to do.
You ever put in floors?
I'm doing that right now.
Are you really?
I'm not doing it. I'm assisting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, because they'll be all messed up if I did it myself.
Oh, but see, that's what would have made it fun. Because go ahead.
I don't have those. I don't have those skills. Man, I grew up in the projects, so housing authority done my stuff.
But see,
So I didn't learn them.
but YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
do it. That's how I learned. I put in a few floors in our house.
I should have called you.
Yeah, you should have.
I,
That's why I'm asking you. And so you got people doing it right now?
I'm done. I'm finished.
Oh, you're done. I was gonna say fire them, dude. We'll finish it for you.
And you could have taught me.
I could have. Yeah, we could have done it together. I could have brought him. No, he didn't help me.
You could have brought the muscle.
No. He actually did carry the boxes. They were pretty heavy. There's those laminated floors.
He's too pretty. He's too handsome to be doing that kind of work, man. Hey, that's CEO right there, man. That's CEO.
So you still sticking to your New Year's resolutions? Because I know you guys put some out there, right?
I did, man. But
are you sticking to it?
I am.
Wait, what was it?
I said I wasn't gonna make one. That was my New Year's resolution.
And so you still haven't.
I ain't made one yet. I'm holding true to the game, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That's you unlock the key to it. It's the best way to keep a New Year's resolution is by making a resolution to not make any.
one. I
Real
mean,
catch 22 right there, but it still works.
It almost sounds like you've done that before, though.
forever.
That's
That's a long time.
because they're hard to do. I remember, we went out and bought some gym stuff, and all right, I'm gonna start running, or I'm gonna start walking the dog, and then it's just none of those ever happen.
I'll start that whenever. I might say tomorrow it's gonna be.
Right,
I never use the first of the year as a measuring stick.
So sometimes it's you can just the end of the month is near. All right, the beginning of March. This is what we're gonna start doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
But then once you miss those first couple of days, like I might as well just wait till the next month to start then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because you started lifting again, right?
I did, but it's just so slow just because I work so many hours.
Yeah.
It's more like when I can, I will, but otherwise it's just tough to get them in.
You go to a gym?
No, I got a home gym.
I mean, that gym stuff is You know, I got guys that they can. Honestly, I don't know how y'all fit it in y'all schedule, but they can work gym in there. That's a 20-minute ride there.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot out of your time.
Yeah.
People don't realize. They say, "Oh, it's just an hour." Well, I mean, we're talking 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, another 20 to shower, get ready before work.
That's 2 hours.
2 hours right there.
Y'all bought me a Nordic track with those bicycles and a treadmill.
So you got a gym.
I fit. Try to do that.
Try. Well, what's it doing right now? Holding a bunch of hoodies.
No.
Put your clothes on there.
Actually,
We don't have a laundry basket, but we have this. We can start throwing all your laundry on there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I really didn't know you retired. I thought you were still.
No, I retired in 18, so I did 30.
Man, that's
left.
congrats. Yeah, right there, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're still young too.
Thank you. Oh, see this gray, man?
I don't see any gray.
I appreciate that. That's that Hawk love right there.
Yeah,
Hawk
yeah.
love, baby.
Yeah. If there's a little gray, we can edit that.
That's right.
During the filming,
Could you?
yeah, we can do.
Could you add hair and everything?
You want a fro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we go back to our Harmon days.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you class of 86.
6. Yeah.
Dang. So I'm class of 89.
Yeah.
So he was a senior when you were a sophomore,
Freshman.
freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, freshman.
You wouldn't have known he was a freshman, though. He ran around with the big dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I keep hearing from every other person who
Oh.
comes in knowing the older class. He's like,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, and what kind of helped is I had cousins that I think graduated the same year you did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, family.
Yeah,
And
Robert
yeah,
Garcia.
Yeah, exactly. And back then we were like
Michael.
a family.
Right.
It was like a family. It was no separation, no division. And it's crazy because like when we have our class reunions, it's just like that. It's like we were gone for the weekend and everybody's back at school on Monday.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what's up? What? How to
I know.
And I think
It
it's
was a
because
30-year weekend.
I know.
Yeah, that's a
I
good way
think
to
it's
say it.
Facebook, man. I think Facebook was able to allowed us to keep that peace.
To keep in touch, yeah. So how often do you guys have reunions? I mean, do you guys go do that every 5?
We've been having ours here lately, and that's Teresa. Teresa's amazing. Yeah, Teresa and them.
Yeah. See, and then in our class we have Kenya Davis,
Yes.
and Liz Rojas Freeman.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the ones who take care of us as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
And
that
yeah.
gala. Are you going to the gala?
Yeah.
I need to get my tickets. I'm gonna go to that gala. I think that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. You guys need to go. It'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to put it out there with the podcast.
That's nice.
You know, hopefully people that are watching, they're former Hawks. Hey, this is what we're doing. Got the Harmon Gala coming up.
Just a reminder that April 29th.
April
29th, the 50th reunion gala for the Harmon Hawks.
Yeah, we're trying to get everybody to come out, man. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. But it is Saturday, April 29th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the it says in the gymnasium, but I think they're going to put it in the lunchroom commons area.
Commons area? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
See, so let me ask you real quick. So when you would say, let's all hang out in the commons, where exactly was the commons? Is the commons where the lunchroom is, or was the commons where the lockers?
Both.
Old school, because I sent you that picture, right,
Yeah,
of the old
yeah,
school
yeah.
lockers that we used to have.
Yeah.
Because those are gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because they put classrooms down there. They took all the lockers out,
Right.
put classrooms, because I think just the numbers were getting bigger there at the school.
Right. And nobody was using the lockers.
Right.
So
I mean,
they had
you know what?
laptops. I mean, the kids had so they didn't have books, so they wouldn't put jackets in there, and they didn't want to put backpacks in there. So
Yeah.
the school rules had changed, so they might as well eliminate. It was wasted space.
Right.
And excuse me. And I think some schools kept theirs, but they you can go and request a locker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you just check out a locker.
Yeah.
So what I did back in the day, I used to carry a duffel bag,
Yeah.
and I used to put all my books in there.
Use a duffel bag,
Beca-
man.
Yeah, I was one of those.
bag.
If you see the way I walk, that's why I walk with a lean.
Carrying
I
that money.
walk like this because that backpack was so damn heavy. And what's crazy is I had a bunch of books and I didn't even use them. I had all my books. Sometimes I had double books. I don't even know where they came from.
Hey, you're an athlete, so use them for weights.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they jacked my back up too. That's what they did. But yeah, and so like I said, I didn't carry books. And then nowadays, like you said, I don't think they carry any books, right? Everything's in the laptops,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's different, man. It's really different.
Man, yeah. So the reason why I carried all the books is because I didn't want to go to my locker every, because you wanted to go hang out with your boys, and all your friends, and You know, how often did you spend time in the gym?
And as in working out, or as
No, it just, I mean, you're supposed to be in algebra, but you're over here shooting ball.
man,
Because you had to get your practice in.
every chance I got.
Right.
I mean, I had, like in my senior year, I was an aide for one of my hours because, yeah, that's all I did. I was trying to go see Mr. Bibbs.
Right.
Yeah, give me some shots up.
Yeah, and I don't think he even minded. You know, he knew he knew, you know, you guys were out there trying to get, you know, we got a game tonight, so I'm going to go out there.
And he was, you know, it was crazy because, you know, we were 17, 18. He was 23.
He was, damn, he was not that much older.
Seriously,
He was first year teaching fresh out of college. So, you know, our conversations was conversations. You know, it wasn't like, it was back then because you respected an adult. Right. You stayed in your place. So we respected him. We knew he was Mr. Biz, but he kept it 100 with us. You know, he was like, hey, you do this, that's going to be your ass, you know, stay on task, but have fun doing it. Right. They would tell us 1 + 1 = 3. And I was like, what? You plus a girl equals a baby. So keep that thing to yourself this weekend. You know, we got games next week. You know, so they kept it 100 with us. And I appreciated that. And I tried to carry that on into my life, you know. Yeah. As
I like
a coach.
That 1 + 1 = 3.
As a coach, you know, talking to my team, you know, I kept it I kept it straight with them. Especially dealing coaching high schoolers.
So you had your hands in coaching?
I coached at Sumner Academy, football, basketball, and track for about 17, 18 years. This is the first year that I didn't coach football.
Wow.
And I stopped coaching basketball there in like 2017, 2018. That was my last year. And this is the first spring that I'm not coaching track. I just retired from track here the other day.
Really?
I was there for 17, 18 years. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
So where are you living nowadays? Where?
I'm in Bonner still. I've been out there for almost 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, I was living in town and had a crazy situation. I was at the grocery store with like my kids and, you know, in my profession. Yeah. Sometimes you on the call, you're not necessarily part of the call, but I guess I had been on a call with a young man and he seen me with my family, with my son. I think it was my son or my daughter, one of them. Yeah. And I remembered him. But it wasn't a negative contact. It was just a contact. And he was like, hey, that's your police officer? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's your kid? And he might have not meant anything, but, you know, he might not mean anything. But when he said that, like, hey, that's your kid? So now I'm thinking, okay, he knows me.
He knows my family. Some defensiveness went up like.
It did.
Really?
It did. And I think that was the first time, and that was, kids were young, so I think that was the first time that I really realized kind of what I did as a profession, how it affects my family. Because, you know, once I get home is security. You know, I'm out dad, I'm pops, you know, but I didn't think about the repercussions, you know, people seeing my family, knowing my family. Now they seeing them without me. And it would make it difficult for me to protect them if I don't know who knows who they are. So that makes sense.
Was that the end of the conversation? You just kind of like looked at your family and just kind of walked away, or just kind of?
No, I think I gave him a look to let him know that.
He's like, yeah.
Like don't start no SH. It won't be no IT. Yeah. So,
man. I guess I've never thought about that. I mean, obviously everybody thinks about, like, say you put someone away and then they come back for, you know, say revenge. And
this shit only happens in movies.
Yeah, that happened to RoboCop.
But they get those ideas.
RoboCop.
But they get those ideals from movies from something.
That's true. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, you know, we'll get to what you used to do as a profession, or your profession. Was there ever times, I mean, is there times now where you can sit there and say, man, I can write a book about?
Man, you know, I wish I would have. You know, it was a guy I worked with.
I mean, you still can.
Man, I can't remember. It takes having conversations with people to jar those memories about calls and stuff, and situations that happen. It's it's not like I can recall them, because in that it's always on to the next. I can't like etch this in memory. Right. That's why I try to write stuff down. It's on to the next, and the whole episode could be different. You know, it could be from a cat in a tree to somebody just lost their baby, and to a lady who says she has a ghost in her house. So, you know, I mean, seriously, man, the psychological ramifications of it, man. You don't I didn't etch it in the memory because then it becomes personal. Then you take it home. Then your life at home is affected by it.
Man, right. So you were a police officer in KCK, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm pretty dumb about this, but being that you were in Bonner, I mean, how does that work? I mean,
That's where I lived.
So you lived in Bonner, or you live in Bonner, right? It's still KCK, right?
It's Wyandotte County. I have to live in the county.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah, I have to live in the county. See, that's just a separate city in the county.
It's still in the county. Yeah. Is there ever time that you had a patrol in where you lived?
Not where I lived, but where I grew up at. That's where I first patrolled in Juniper Gardens.
Well, let's go there. Where did you grow up?
In Juniper Gardens, 1st, 2nd, 3rd Street, and the housing projects down there.
Okay.
So that was one of my first assignments was we called it Central Patrol Division then, was Central Patrol Division. So it's crazy because I was 21 and, this is the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, Crips and Bloods, and the gang banging was out. But the guys who were doing it was my peers, I'm talking about the dudes that walked the hall with us at Harmon. Those dudes was banging, and
really. So
I was working on this side of the law, and they were working on that side of the law. But
okay, what movie is this?
There's a lot of movies. That's literally, if you wonder why I'm saying so quiet, because there's a lot of different movies going through my head right now, scenarios.
Because we like to do that. I like people tell their stories, and we're like, oh shit, that was Coach Carter, yeah, really, and then
were you the inspiration for Carl Winslow?
That would be me.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page.
The new Carl Winslow, what they call him, the something dad or something, the TV dad.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'm the TV dad now.
Now, what brought you into being a police officer? Someone else a police officer? Some interaction happened in your life? Then, so you know what? I think I want to be a cop.
Crazy job fair at Harmon. The military came, police came, and I came back from the job fair just to get out of class. I went to the job fair just to get out of class.
Man, I forgot about those job fairs.
Yeah. So
I never went
to a job
because
fair.
you were shooting basketballs.
I didn't. Yeah.
You were busy.
I was the only one in the gym shooting ball.
I know.
Everybody
You
was at
look
the job
over.
fair.
There's a fair going on over here.
The only fairs I remember were the book fairs. Those are the ones I liked. And I didn't even read.
I know. Now, but so it was the book fair. Damn it! it was the job fair, and that's where you saw like the first time, like just someone talking about being a police officer.
Yeah, and then it was that summer. I was still living in the projects, and there was a police chaser came through our projects, and the police officer. We were outside just messing around. Me and Mike Hall. It was just Mike Hall, all of us. Yeah.
You guys are practicing your new edition moves out there, trying to get the next group. I remember.
Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my life.
Yeah.
And the cops pulled up, and it was just the excitement that came with them.
Really?
It was like the car was going, and it was just boring. And then all of a sudden you see the police car going, you're like, dang, it's bringing the noise, They end up catching them right in front of our group, and they was chasing the guys down, wrestling them on the ground. I was like,
Damn, that's fun.
But I went to a fair that school year, and that was the summer before I left to go to school. And came home, and it just fell into place. It was a calling. It was divine intervention, if that makes sense. So it was more than a job to me. I enjoyed this. I'll go back.
Really?
Yeah, if I didn't have to deal with like command staff stuff, if I can just go back, get in my police car and answer calls, and I would do that.
Why don't you just buy a police car?
I got one.
I did?
Yeah. I mean, running around the house and me and my granddaughter. I'll just...
Well, speaking of schools, what schools did you attend growing up?
I went to Benjamin Banneker, which it was cool. I got to go read to them the other day.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
A teacher. Well, she's I forgot what her title is.
Is that your teacher that was still there?
Yeah. I'm so young.
Yeah, I know.
But we actually went to school there together. She's an instructional coach, I believe.
Okay.
That's her title. But she's a instructional coach there.
You can give her a shout out if you remember her name.
Jocelyn Eakin. It used to be Jocelyn Ward.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. But she invited me up to read to her some kindergartners, man. It was just cool walking through that building and seeing,
Somewhat?
Walking through that building and just...
Well, what'd you call them? What'd you call them?
The cheering.
No. But you said what? They're what grade?
The kindergartners.
Oh, the kindergartners. Okay, that's what I thought.
What did I say? Kindergarten.
I heard kindergarten. I just like to give people shit because some people say kindergarten. I'm like, what's kindergarten?
Well, see,
kindergarten.
as soon as you move to Johnson County, you start changing.
Is that what it is?
You see, you start changing. When you was on 7th
The
Street,
kindergartners.
you used to say hospital, ambulance.
Ambulance. Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
did all that.
Middle school,
I went to Rosedale.
Oh, you did?
They bust us to Rosedale, because they closed Northeast down.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it was crazy because the top half of the projects went to Rosedale, and they divided out our projects. They took the bottom half and sent them to a school, Arrowhead.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember.
They bust both of us out of our parents being able to come to our functions because we were used to a neighborhood school.
What was closer, Arrowhead or Rosedale to you guys?
Northeast. The one they closed down that we could have walked to.
Really? It was just,
And our parents could have came to the games because
Right.
they didn't have cars and stuff. Yeah. They destroyed that. Yeah. And I would have went from Northeast to Sumner High School.
Okay. Yeah, you would have been a Saber?
No, I would have been a Spartan.
Oh,
The
Spartan.
high school. The original high school.
Oh.
Closed it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm taking you way back.
Yeah, you are.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. See, I know we go back like
Yeah, we go
forever,
back.
but yeah, I'm taking you back
that's
to when
way,
Moby
way
Dick
back.
was a minnow.
Yeah. And then
I gotta do it. Hold on.
Go ahead,
I
son.
gotta do it. Just because.
Go ahead.
I'm a. Feel free to answer this like as you may, like whether or not it's too personal or not. But I'm kind of. I don't think I'll ever get the chance again. Just ask another police officer like
Right,
questions.
right.
That's on my mind. I've been thinking
Go
about
ahead,
it.
go. Spit it out.
Because I'm kind of ask the questions that I think a lot of people are wondering too, especially people my age.
let me ask. I know what it is.
Okay.
What kind of donuts did you eat?
That's one of them.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that was just clay.
And I can tell you the answer.
We'll get back to that. Well, go ahead, son.
No, I mean, just because we were talking about Carl Winslow earlier, we're talking about the stereotypical, like, what you see TV show dramas and the Family Matters and different versions of, like, police officers. Like, that was a big trope in the 1980s. Everybody
Yeah.
loved the cop show, Die Hard,
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Those were just it. So I'm curious for you who lived in it during that time itself, did you have to go through those same kind of, racial profilings as well?
Without a doubt.
I mean, talking
Without a
about, because
doubt.
at the time, I'd love to hear more about it because obviously at the time, I don't know how big it was on that side of the city. Were there a lot of other black police officers at the time?
Yeah, and the thing about our department at one time, when they hired minority officers, most of them were from the city.
Okay.
From KCK.
So they directly brought in a lot of.
So it was sweat equity. You had sweat equity. You had value in your neighborhood. I patrolled the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I patrolled it because it was my old neighborhood. So it was almost an analogy like the gang. We're gonna protect our streets. This was my street.
So I think you were thinking blood in, blood out. By the way.
Or even colors.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Too.
Colors was, they had,
yeah.
I can, Robert Duvall, I can't
Yeah.
remember his name in the movie, but I mean, I might have been his hood or he knew
Yeah.
how these kids were growing up, these gangbangers, and he was helping them out. And then you had Sean Penn, the other cop, who was like,
Excited.
what are you doing? That's bullshit. You got
Like, wrong is wrong.
yeah,
Wrong is
yeah,
wrong.
rough
Wrong
them
is
up a
wrong.
little bit,
Yeah.
and
You got to understand wrong. Wrong is wrong, but you have to understand. Sometimes when you come from an area, you can see. You don't justify, but you can see the.
You may not have been a product of your environment, but you were still in the environment, so you are still aware of what was going on.
What's going on? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and daily. I mean, aware of it all the time, and you knew the players, you knew the shakers, but you have to draw. I had to draw the
Line in
line.
the sand, like, all right, I like this may be my home turf, but I gotta kind of still have to follow the right kind of path here.
Yeah,
Those made I don't know if you're in a situation you don't have to talk about it, if not, even if ever was, but like, say someone you grew up with, those just that literal old fashioned story of two kids going the same path and they end up becoming fighting forces in the end.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
freaking crazy.
Well, I was a voice of reason kind of before, and so I carried that on into my profession. So normally when I was able to talk to people, and that's most of the job was just talking. If you get people to communicate, they tell you what you want to hear. If you ask the right questions, they tell you what you need to help them with their problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came on the police department, I was with old Vietnam veterans. So them guys were they would cut, dry, find out what's going on. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
If I found out what was going on, if I could help you solve the problem, we don't have to come back again, because most of our calls are repeat.
Sure.
Most of our calls are repeat. You know, you get to the point where you know the address, you know the whole family, you know the whole family dynamics.
Right.
So then you can really work with the family. You can find them the resource they need to get them, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's mental
Domestic
illness.
violence or anything like that.
And most of that, alcoholism, mental illness, all that leads to the disturbances.
Yeah.
So you nip that in the bud, you're good.
I mean, I figured that'd be like the most like on repeat call is just like some kind of just like disturbance in the neighborhood versus, you know, straight up like shooting or robbery or anything like that. You know, just someone's out kind of being a nuisance. So I guess I got to go deal with them this night.
Mostly family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly most of the time. I was just telling, I think I was telling my wife. I was just telling my wife that like holidays, I didn't like to work holidays because it's tough when, especially alcohol holidays, when you got alcohol 4th of July's and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Calls for service pick up then because you got family and alcohol and they tripping and
someone starts yapping, someone else starts yapping, at least an
boy, you used to
altercation.
pee in the bed. I know you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, right.
So you were the cool cop, right? So like you said, you were kind of like Mr. Bibbs, you know, but you know, as a police officer.
Yeah, well, you know what? I tried to be the fair cop. You know, I wanted to. I didn't want you to think that I was using this uniform and the power that I have for power. You know, I want you to know that I'm gonna be a valuable asset. If let's work this thing out. Let's find out what's going on. If I can help you with the problem, you don't have a problem no more. You know.
Now, I don't want to throw you under the bus or anything because I don't know how so works with like
We can edit it out.
He can't say I don't want to throw you on the bus. You
I know, but you know he's getting ready. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to.
I wouldn't say throwing you, but I mean I know there's certain like restrictions that come with like after retirement, like pension and this and that, like what can and can't be said. You know.
Yeah.
I mean I just like to imagine. I mean I really just mean as I guess young and naive as I am. I'd like to imagine there's always one case scenario where you do end up having to deal with. I don't want to say crooked cops, but just kind of morally walking that line cops, you know, where there's like where they may see a situation, especially in a certain area, say like just for instance, a white cop, like just the motives are a little less clear to them because they just another case of, you know, black on black violence versus kind of taking the time to actually understand what may have happened down here.
Well, you know what? I was fortunate in my year that I didn't really just have any that was just straight out just racist and just where it was just blunt.
Right.
Now
I mean, because I'm just saying, because that's just such a classic trope on TV that every kid in like the freaking 90s grew up with. It's like, oh, you see that one interaction if there's a cop in the show where he has to deal with, you know, either gang members, family altercations where he has to take action or, you know, racial interactions. I mean,
the disconnect is it's kind of upbringing. It's like when I was telling you earlier how we hired cops from KCK, you understood KCK.
Sure.
You can hire an officer who's an officer with a criminal justice degree from Little River, Iowa. He's not going to understand the demographics and the KCK. So I've heard them talk like in some training, like guys mentioned Quindaro Boulevard is just bad. And I'm like, it's not bad, but the perception.
Yeah.
And perception becomes reality to some.
I mean, you look at it like as like, oh, this is the highest percentage of shooting has happened within the last year. Well, I mean, yes, but I mean, we're talking about like maybe like 6 shootings out of like a widespread area. So like perception and
what
statistics.
Happens, the media destroys it.
True.
The media, because I mean, I've been on calls before and say that call happened at 10th in Georgia. But they would say that it happened at 10th and Quindaro because that's a street that people remember and people know. And I'll be like, I was on the call. That call was closer to Parallel. But Quindaro is a street that's familiar in the media. And the ticker come across the shooting off Quindaro. So now you're going to stay tuned and watch.
Right.
Even though the shooting was actually off Parallel. So the media can destroy an area too, which a lot that happened at KCK.
You know, it's crazy that you say that because in KCMO, Benton, right? There's a street, Benton, whatever they call it. I would always hear something happen on 39th and Benton, 61st and Benton. I'm like, man, that is a busy street. And then like you're saying, maybe everybody knows that street. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
And that runs the property value down. That runs everything down. It becomes what we used to call Code 5 area. So and stuff did happen in that area on that street, but that might have been one call. I might have had one call on Quindaro that night, and 25 others elsewhere.
Right.
But they'll mention that one on Quindaro. But if you look who's living there now.
Yeah.
They made that value go down and them prices get right.
I know, right?
All of a sudden, I think I need 2 houses on Quindaro.
For sure. I'm glad you didn't have to go any through those tropes, those classic, like, damn, I was 2 days from retirement.
Damn, I was 2 days from retirement.
Man. Yeah. I mean, really. I mean, and I've heard of it happening. Had a friend to just go through a situation where he's getting ready to retire, man. He had a scare. And it's real.
Right.
It's real.
That line had to come from somewhere, but as the situation may be, it makes me laugh or something like, damn, I was 2 days from retirement.
2 days.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
What's that, Die Hard? No, what's that movie? Danny Glover.
Yeah, it was Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, is it?
Yeah, that was you said it. It wasn't Die Hard. It was
Lethal
Weapon.
Lethal, yeah, he goes, I'm getting too old for this shit. Yeah, exactly.
I'm too old for this shit.
Stereotypical tropes. Oh man, those make me laugh.
You became a police officer after doing the job fair.
Yeah,
at Harmon.
Yeah. A couple years later, went off to school, played a couple years at McPherson College, and played a year at McPherson College in football. Came home and was working at a temporary service, and I think I had applied and forgot about it, and I think ended up getting a call, going through the process, and was down in. I was training in dispatch for about 9 months before I went out and started my academy.
Okay,
was your partner in training Michael Winslow?
Dude, that's man. Did you tell him? You'd have talked to him before you got here.
What? Wait, what? What?
That Michael Winslow was my partner.
Oh. That'd have been hilarious.
Yeah, you had it.
I don't know if you're about to tell me that you actually had someone who was just purposely being like that.
Making the sounds with the voice.
Right?
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Like Police Academy. That'd be freaking hilarious. Good movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
Unrealistic, but good movie.
It was a great movie. Going back to sports, what sports did you play in high school?
I played.
So we're talking wind out. Damn. I mean Harmon Hawks.
Yeah, I played football and basketball at Harmon.
So you got to play with Kerr, right?
No, they were younger than me.
But I think. Oh, that's right. You're right.
I was 86, so I was me and Hump, Gary Smith, Daryl Letcher.
Driver, didn't you drive?
They were 87. Him, Anthony Rosenthal, Kevin McWashington.
I saw a lot of those guys at the. So Harmon just did their Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I was supposed to make that game. I wasn't able to make it. I had some going. That guy's working on my house.
Oh, okay.
I made it to Bobby's function after Bobby Scott.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went to his function out off Leavenworth Road. Yeah, so I got to see a lot of those guys.
Oh, okay, cool. So they all went there.
Yeah.
Was it right after the game?
Right after.
I had no idea.
Right after.
I went straight home. I'm over here looking for my knife.
Your knife?
I had a knife with me, and I had to leave it at the door.
You did?
Yeah. I always carry a knife. That's what do you say that?
So them stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
You're not helping us, Dad. You're making us look worse.
I was getting ready to walk in, and I forget that Harmon has the
metal detectors.
Metal detectors.
You should have said, man, I'll be right back, man. I'll be right back. Take it to you.
No, it was too far. It was in the kids' parking lot.
How'd you forget? They've had those since. They've had those.
I know it. I just don't remember these things. This is the second time that I did that. That's what I actually was going to do. I was going to throw it in the grass, and I saw another one sitting there. There was somebody already had their knife there. I was like, oh shit, I can't throw my knife there. Now somebody's going to grab mine. Anyway,
there needs to be a collection played by the door. Put your knife in here before you walk in.
Oh, they got one. Oh man, they got one. E6, everything.
They already know.
Yeah, they got the little basket with all. How funny.
So when you played football, were you guys pretty good? Was
my
that
senior year? No. I think we won 1 or 2 games my senior year. Mm-hmm. The year after, 87's class, yeah, they were pretty good.
They were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were a small senior class. We only had like 5 seniors on the football team. Me, Ralph, Arpeza, Mark Murray.
So this is when he told the story of when you guys had beaten
Blue Valley.
Blue Valley.
Yeah,
Blue Valley.
Yeah,
That
Raptor.
That last game of the season.
Yeah, and they were on their way to go somewhere. They were off to something, and we ended
He
up
stopped them in the tracks. Yep.
They were a new school too.
Oh, yeah.
They were
At that
a
time,
fairly
yeah.
new school. Yeah.
Hodges, Bolden,
Hodges, Bowden, Venus,
Lieber. Was Coach
was
Lieber.
there. My Burkholder, Mr. Burkholder.
Oh, Mr. Burkholder,
Yeah, man. A lot of those guys are all passed on, man.
Really?
Yep. Mr. Venendahl, all those guys are passed.
I
Mr.
didn't know
Bowden's still alive. He
Yeah,
was
Mr.
at my
Bowden.
church here recently.
Oh, really? You know who I saw at the Harmon Hall of Fame? I saw him. Wasn't sure it was him, but Mr. Jenkins.
Oh man,
Yeah, he was doing the
announcing.
Yeah, the announcing for
Still.
the Hall of Fame. Yeah,
Still, he's been doing that for shit,
I know, right?
since Jaws was teething.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. Because I had to ask. So Margie Langford Ramirez,
Yeah.
she was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So I happened to ask her. So who's there doing it? Oh, that was Mr. Jenkins. I'm like, oh wow. I said, didn't sound like him. She says, no,
didn't.
yeah, he's pretty old. Did you do any clubs?
Yeah, I was in Peer Club.
Debate?
No, they wouldn't let me debate that. You has to have some words. My words had profanity in them back then. I'd have been like, listen here, mother trucker.
Mother truckers?
They'd be like, hey, settle down, Shakespeare, settle down.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do many clubs because a lot of them was after school activities, and I didn't have transportation. So
Did you play an instrument?
no,
I asked all the Harmon Hawks.
did I play an instrument? Because we had a band. We had the coldest band around.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're trying to bring the coldest band back together
Yeah.
for the gala. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just to
Wow.
play the theme song, I think. That's right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play an instrument in that.
You still play?
No,
You still play
I
your
don't.
instrument?
I don't.
You stopped.
I tried to play a
He
harmonica.
never played an instrument. Like,
a harmonica.
Yeah.
it doesn't count
Why doesn't it count?
because you can't say you play harmonica if you've just said in the last 3 years that you want to play harmonica and then pick it up every now and then.
Well, just in case some people don't show up, I might just show up.
You can handbook, can't you?
If I did the what?
Handbook.
Slapping the knee like a crane and beat with the
I had
body.
spoons. Remember this?
With
What are you,
the washboard.
pioneers over here?
Alaska.
What
Alaska
were your
frontier.
favorite subjects in high school?
Well, I never ever was late to lunch.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another.
So we go.
No, I liked public speaking, and I liked
There was a class for public speaking.
public speaking. It was death and literature and public speaking. I'm like, how do they go together?
Right.
Death and literature and public speaking. Like the first semester was death and literature.
Mm-hmm.
Second semester was public speaking.
I'd imagine it's learning the proper vocabulary and structure of sentences from death and literature, and then you trying to say it in the next course.
Teaching you how to say it.
Exactly.
afterwards.
You can read it, but now you got to
Now
say
you
it.
gotta say it.
Yes.
Nah, I liked all of them. I think I liked them for the wrong reason, but I liked all my classes.
Yeah. Favorite teacher?
I really liked Bibbs, but he came like my last year, Mr. Bibbs. So that was like his first year. But like I said, it was probably for the wrong reason.
Right.
It was like he was like a big brother. And he grew up in the projects with that transition. We was transitioning into the gang era then. So a lot of stuff I seen when I got home. He was an Omega. He had been to college. He had been to a black college too.
Oh,
That
I
was
remember his scar,
brand.
right? The brand that he had.
So he had been to.
Wow, it's so
an
funny you say
HBCU.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
Well, I was just literally watching another podcast where they're talking about just like branding that a lot of the African American colleges do.
Yeah,
It's
Lake
crazy.
Chess, man, all that. Yeah, so
Yeah, it was Omega. Yeah, or whatever fraternity that is. It was like the Omega, like double Omega.
shoot, like the shooting.
Yeah, That's crazy, huh? Wow, that's so coincidence.
Yeah, so he was like a positive big brother. You had big brothers that was in the hood, that was street, that would be like, that's little Stevie. You know, he's playing ball. You know, yeah. But you had him that was probably at one time little Stevie that was playing ball that was protected by the other older homies.
Yeah. And basketball, who did you play for? Was Mr. Graham still there?
Graham was there.
What do you mean he was there?
He was there my senior year. I played for Mr. Martin.
Is that the year you guys went to
Mr.
state?
Graham team. No, that was after my time.
okay.
We wasn't that great in basketball. We had some talent, but I just think, you know, how I think we viewed it as talent, but I think our coaching from his coaching strategy, he didn't view it as enough talent. So
Okay.
if that makes sense, where he don't allow us to play, he try to make us play in a structure.
So instead of like, you know, like if you say you can jump out the gym and freaking dunk every chance, like you have that ability to, but he'd rather, you know, make sure you get 3 passes in before you even attempt to score.
There it is.
Yeah.
And he would try to control it where, you know, we were playing against Wyandotte. You know, they were state champions back to back. So their game was running up and down the court.
They beat you on speed.
He wanted us to slow it down. And I'm thinking, I play with these guys in the summertime at my rec. Let's go. I mean, we can get beat. We might as well get beat, giving it our all, sliding on the floor.
Where was that rec gym at? What gym?
JFK, Kensington. We played outside.
I have a bad memory of JFK. We took a team. We took a team. I don't even know if we even scored.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some ballers in that. Yeah. I was scared to play. I was like, God, I don't want to go in. They're like, you're running the point. What do you mean you don't want to go in? I'm like, God, man, there's
some of them dudes that make high school teams.
Right.
They were recreation. On
straight
the
up, straight ball, you know? Yeah.
That don't make no sense. They're all-star athletes, but they still didn't make their teams. So what does that tell you about the kids that didn't make the team?
Yeah. That's how our district was in the 80s, man, 70s.
You know what sucks is I feel like a lot of talent went wasted.
Yeah. People left. People moved. People migrated. You know, when we graduated, we left and didn't come back and didn't, like I said, with no sweat equity.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have a tie to it, you just watch it and then you criticize it. So most of the critics of District 500 are former students who accepted a degree from them, accepted a high school diploma, and said, I stand on their diploma. But the minute they left, now they critique that district. You know, so I call them hypocrites. But you ain't got to move back. You can always want to better yourself.
Yeah.
Don't have a comment if it worked for you. It worked for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you accepted your first level, your high school diploma.
Right.
If it ain't that good, get that motherfucker back.
Right?
Start all over. This shit, the school district ain't that good.
What's your greatest memory?
In life or
they're in
at
Harmon.
Harmon.
Man, my senior year was a blast. I won snowball royalty. I committed early for football for school, so I knew where I was going, so I could relax. I didn't know where I was going. I knew my options. I knew the only 2 schools that were offering me. I could go there.
You had a choice.
Had acceptance letters from both of them, man. You know, so
What schools?
McPherson and Baker.
Okay. Position?
Baker was for football, and both of them were for football. But McPherson was going to allow me to play basketball.
Really?
Just to give me more money on my scholarship.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I was going. When I went down there, I was playing on the JV team or I guess it would be the JV.
Yeah, it's just their secondary team.
Yeah, because I was coming from football practice to basketball practice.
You're on the practice squad.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right?
And giving them the business.
Yeah, there you go.
Giving them the business.
Yeah. Have you been up to Harmon lately?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you remember I coached for years, so I was.
So you were in and out
back
of that
there
gym.
all the time just for games and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was just up there here the other day, me working for the school district PD, you know, I'm around there. So I go there.
Okay, so you've seen the changes and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
I love it. Love it. And I believe it's because of Margie. You know, that sweat equity. Somebody who has a vested interest in Harmon.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times you get principals that come that don't know the history.
Yeah.
You know?
So you said when you were coaching, you would go back into that gym on the visitor side.
Yeah, that was hard at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you were that coach that you call a timeout, all the kids will sit on the bench, but you'd be looking at the gym while all your kids are like
memories.
yeah, you'd be like,
Coach, What's the play? What are we doing?
Oh, my bad. Timeout's over. All right.
All right, ladies. Go back.
Right?
Yeah, for real.
Hey.
But it would be. I would walk in there and just look. I'm like, man, I stood in that lunch line. I went in that class, and
Yeah. Where's Coach?
Yeah.
He's in the comments waiting for lunch.
Wait. With his lunch ticket.
Yeah, remember they used to punch those for you?
I put the little X with the different color.
There you go. Yeah, different color. Yeah, different color
You
Sharpie.
guys had lunch tickets.
Hey, I know.
We had lunch tickets. Remember our activity tickets?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I needed an activity ticket because I didn't get to play all those sports.
Whatever, man.
Stevie never saw any activity tickets because he was always playing something.
Whatever. And they made us buy activity ticket. It was $15, and
Right?
that was a struggle back then.
I was about to say
Right?
$50 must have been a lot back then.
That was a struggle.
It was.
like
It was.
$40 now.
Yeah, and I'd have to tell my mom and dad, yeah, can I get another activity? Can I get an activity ticket this year? Use the one you had last year. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Work like that.
Why don't you play sports? Why don't you get your grades up? Why don't you do something else? Okay.
So
You're asking too much.
It's like our first pair of basketball team shoes was $22, and I had to wait till Christmas break. Like when I was at Rosedale,
Yeah.
Nike canvas Nikes, $22. I had to wait till Christmas break. I was like, that was my Christmas gift.
Canvas.
I had already got my shoes for the school year. I got my one pair of school shoes.
Man, it's funny you brought that up, the canvas. So my freshman year, I didn't have basketball shoes, and wanted to play. Went to tryouts, but again, didn't have the basketball shoes. My dad had the Chuck Taylors.
Oh yeah,
Converse. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
And he had those because I think he played volleyball and he did whatever
yeah.
in those shoes, and they look good. And he said, and I said, Dad, there's tryouts. I need shoes. Can I use your Converse? And he's like, you better not mess them up. Man, he was so pissed because after tryouts, I think I even walked home in them. They were canvas. I tore them.
And you a point guard too, so you was going to the hoop, people stepping on your feet.
All dirty. Oh, he was so upset. Yeah, and I
Those
think
could have been worth something now.
Yeah, and I think I ended up wearing those my freshman year, and they were all holy. They were blessed,
Yeah.
right?
They're your Sundays.
Oh, he was so pissed. I remember that.
Where's Sanchez?
Sanchez?
Yeah.
He's still around. Yeah. He actually lives up the street from me.
What? Tell that boy I said, what's happening?
You could tell him right here because they watch.
So, bro. Man, they were the coolest, man. Your pops, man. You had a cool pops, man. You had a cool pops.
Was or still in?
Well, see, from so far so good. Let me see what you asked me next.
What was your first car?
My first car. A 77 Toyota Corolla. And this was in the late 80s. Uh-huh. It was, I had to go out. It was snow, man. I would have to go out all times of the night to start it.
Just so it doesn't die from the cold?
Yep, just so it was snake start, yep. And it was something was going on with my gas line or something was freezing. My gas would freeze when it was cold. So I would, every 2 hours.
You had to go out there.
Warm it up. Shit out there.
I'm doing that right now with the SUV.
Oh, man.
You still keep in touch with all fellas from back in the day?
I try to.
Yeah.
I try to.
I mean, I know you say you do the reunions and Facebook, but once in a while you just pick up the phone and
Yeah. And then a lot of them, the older guys, when they come in town that don't live here, like, it was good seeing all the guys from 84, class of 84 at the induction thing.
Yeah.
So, they'll come in town and call, or they'll come in town, say they're coming in town on Facebook, and I try to link up with them cats, man, because it's some great memories. With them guys.
Hopefully we see him again at the gala.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah,
And I
'cause
think a lot of them talked about coming, so that would be nice.
Well, the good thing is, I don't know if you may have seen in prior episodes, but we'll be there. We'll be there as the big modcast, so we'll be there for...
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to sit down and talk with us again, man, you're more than welcome
Hey,
to.
I will. Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Go find the rest of your team, and then we'll all sit down together.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be dope.
And we'll all sit down and chop it up.
Yep.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean,
Where y'all gonna be set up at?
actually right in front of the auditorium, the doors to the auditorium.
That's what's
You know what I'm talking about? Right there in that, right kind of by the steps that
So pretty much everybody walking in will have to see
We'll have
us.
to come right past you guys.
Yeah, from the opposite side. Yeah.
Because it's crazy because they come in the back way. Now, that's the student parking lot. That used to be the teacher's parking lot my senior year. You know, that back door back there on the...
Yeah, on the west side.
Yeah.
That's the student parking lot now.
Yeah.
What?
That's where they come in at. You know, the parking lot that's like, it seems like it's in the back of the
Yeah, in the back by the woods. By the woods. I did not know that. Really? That's because that's.
That's a student. Yeah.
No,
that's where we used to park.
Yeah,
that used to be the
student
teacher's parking lot.
Yeah, that used to be the teacher's parking lot. Because
wait, the teachers park all the way up on the top hill now?
No, they park in the back where.
Where we parked. Yeah, okay. When we went there last time, that's
so. Then who parks?
And in the front.
Who parks
who's ever late and they got to go all the way up there?
Yeah.
Who parks by the stadium? I mean, you know the parking lot by the stadium,
like the overflow. It's like
okay.
Yeah, so students can park anywhere.
Yeah, see,
they got to come in that back door.
See, because that's where I parked, and then I didn't want to run all the way to put my knife back in the car.
Yeah,
God.
You know, I was far. I didn't realize how far it was.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I took a break.
Yeah.
I took a break before I walked in. I was like, "Whoa, that's a long walk. How'd we do that back in the day?" Nah, shit, we used to run like you said.
It used to be the smoking patio.
Yeah, right
outside.
outside.
Smoke cigarettes out there back in high school.
Wow, you guys are in that generation? I thought that was the 50s, man. I thought
Steve used to walk with the cigarettes rolled up in his.
Because they changed the legal age of smoking. I'm pretty sure in 1980 something.
Well, I mean, all the kids would go. The ones that smoked at an early age were out there smoking. You know,
and we got in trouble. No teachers came out there. Said, "Hey, what are y'all kids doing?"
Teachers was out there smoking too.
Oh my god!
They're the ones that bought the cigarettes.
Let me get that Pall Mall Red. I'm getting one of them Pall Mall Red.
He said, "What you guys?"
That's it. Yeah. Hey, you can see somebody do that.
You got to wake up the nicotine. Wake up the nicotine.
You got to wake up the nicotine. Yep. Now the big thing, shit, them kids smoking weed, boy, like chimneys.
I know. As soon as it becomes legal, then what?
Well, it is over Missouri side.
Missouri.
Yeah, so Missouri side. Yeah,
it's still legal. I didn't never know it was. Shit, Pookie, Ray, all that. Little Big Toe, all my partners.
Little Big Toe. You remember us playing ball together?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I recruited.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
you recruited him?
I recruited Steve. Yeah, because
back when?
Back, it was. I mean, we were already out of school.
So you went over.
It was in the 90s. It was in the 90s.
Playing at Argentine.
Yeah,
playing in there.
In Argentine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uncle Ralph, when I was playing for Uncle Ralphie.
Yes.
He's like, you know anybody who wants to play? I'm like, you know what? I got, I'm gonna find some people.
Jeez, dude. Now every time you say that,
oh yeah, my Uncle Ralphie wants his jersey back. I don't know if he still have it. Yeah,
I've been wearing it as a night shirt. He don't want it. It's got some nipple prints.
Numbers are gone.
It's got nipple prints in it.
How old is that jersey? How long have you had it?
I get it. It was in the night because I just found mine. It says Jazz on it. 24
wow,
Jazz.
yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The black and white ones. And
Your letters came off. It just
I
says
felt,
as.
because when I had Marlon Kerr in here and Daryl Stewart, that we brought that up because I recruited him as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Marlon Kerr. He
That's
come
what I
up
was
play
getting
with
ready to say. Did you record recruited like 20 different people?
Oh, yeah,
How
all
many teams did you have?
I had a lot
You
of
were
teams.
picking here and there. Say, hey, I can't be there. Don't worry.
We all could play high school together, so let's play some ball down in Argentina. Yeah,
and that was some fun basketball.
all right.
It was just fun. It was good fun with good people. I mean, it was just.
You get in trouble out there for dunking too?
No, at the time when he recruited me, my dunking days would have been past me. Yeah.
What? I mean, it was like 5 years out of high school. Well, okay, that's for you. That would have been like maybe like another
another
7.
4. Yeah, another 4. So it was probably 9 for me. Yeah. I had already been on the police department about 10 years. You know.
Yeah.
Wearing that gun belt.
I said you can't. I said you got to take that belt off, Steve. You can't wear that belt while we're playing ball.
Fly with it. You know. I wasn't even buying the real Jordans. I was getting them at Viva Fashions. They was just saying Ortons.
I know you never said you never flexed your power, but you guys lost the game. You're out there. All right, who's getting a ticket?
That's
today?
right.
Who's getting a ticket?
Yeah, that's right. You still coach any?
No, you know what? I stopped coaching. I think I stopped coaching. Well, no, I coach you football and basketball, and then
You coached him a little too.
Chris football, and then
It's been about like 6 years.
yeah. It's been a while. I miss it, and then again, I don't.
You don't? Yeah. I don't.
You don't miss it at all.
I thought I would. I thought I was gonna miss football.
Yeah.
No, I don't miss it. I enjoyed it.
Back in the day, what did you want to make the league? Did you want to play in the league?
Everybody want to make the league.
We all thought we would.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I wouldn't go.
I used to think the same thing. I said, man, if John Stockton can play, I know I can play.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's like 6'4", and he was a baller.
Yeah.
Your best comparison would have been what's his name, Bugsy.
Bugsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Bugsy Bogues, yeah.
Not even close to that talent. Yeah.
You could have been on Space Jam, man.
I had aspirations.
Yeah. So, what hobbies do you have? Yeah. Or do you consider your hobbies putting shit together in your house?
I still try to stay active. So just staying active as far as walking and stuff like that is kind of my hobby. You know, just really kind of.
Go for walks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Trying to spend time with my
Now, Steve, you can't bring that belt with you. Leave the belt. Leave the holster.
I need it.
We're gonna go for a walk.
I got it with me now. I didn't know what was gonna happen in here. I had to bring my shit. Oh shit!
Oh, I seen you open the trunk and put it in there. I said, yeah, okay, that's what you were doing.
I was getting it out.
Letting everybody know.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're in Lenexa. We don't know what's going on down here.
You know what I'm saying? I got them WY on my tags too.
Oh, there you go.
careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Yeah. So man, you retired now. How long were you in the force?
30 years. Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years.
Man, it's awesome. Because I'm 30 years at my job.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow,
So as soon as I
congratulations.
graduated, yeah, thanks. As soon as I graduated, it's actually 30 plus,
Yeah.
32 maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
and
about 34 if I'd have stayed. Well, I'm still kind of involved in it. So about 34. I'm doing some recruiting and stuff.
are you? So you're still involved with the?
I'm doing recruiting for Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Police Department. I'm doing some recruiting stuff for them. So if you know anybody interested, in law enforcement,
But they have to live in Wyandotte County, right?
no, you don't have to be on the Kansas City, Kansas Public School District Police Department. You can live anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Great job, man. It's a great job. It's a job.
Well, how old can I join? I'm
Yeah.
I'm 52
Well, you
Not too
qualified though. See,
Don't let him.
your
join.
qualifications.
because I lived in the hood.
No,
Oh.
just
What?
Because I know you.
now that just made you overqualified. But yeah, no, man. This I think it's a profession and a position for somebody who has good people skills, enjoy working with kids, and still want to be involved, like a community, being involved in the community. So you don't have the windshield time where you out, like when I was a patrol officer. So I'm looking for guys who are interested in law enforcement, but understand that it's not the normal patrol. Like you won't do regular patrol.
Well, you know Ray and Lil Dookie, they got kids.
I
Go
know.
recruit them.
I tried,
Oh,
but
yeah?
they wanted to carry 2 guns.
They were-
They wanted to carry 2 guns, one that we knew about,
Yeah.
and one that you don't know about.
so the one in the holster and the one in the back.
Mhm.
And
Everybody think they're John McClane now.
right?
It's one duct tape to the back of their shirt. You know,
Oh, man.
Yeah,
come on.
So as far as your
Is that a
coat,
real nickname, by the way?
John McCain.
No. What you just said? You said Little Dookie.
I thought he said that earlier. Lil Dookie or Smokey or
Little shit starter.
yeah, shit starter, fire starter, crab starter. Jesus.
John McCain got a lot of people shot.
Man, so
Yippee-ki-yay,
my
motherfucker.
my niece Giovanna Ramirez,
She is a police officer.
yeah, she's a police officer.
Where? In Casey?
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah,
You know Joe and Lou?
Yes.
Yeah, their daughter.
Their daughter.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so you were already gone.
Well, I was there.
I'm guessing, yeah.
I was there like her last. She was there about 5-6 years while I was there, but I was always in specialized units. So she was in patrol. And when I came out of those units, my last couple of years, I think she went into a specialized unit
Oh, okay.
because she had a kid by. I mean, she had a baby.
Robert.
He has a couple.
Yes, yes. And I went to their graduation and didn't know that Lou's
was-
daughter was. Yeah,
Oh, really?
and that's when I found out. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And you know Sandra Carrera?
She retired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
PT
that.
Retired,
That's awesome.
man.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. Grew up across the street from me.
Yeah.
We've known each other.
Yeah. So you was over there with Chewy and all of them.
Yeah.
Talavera and
Well, actually, on our street, they're on the down by Emerson and whatnot. So
the gym.
I'm over there by Franklin Center.
Yes.
Did you ever play ball at Franklin Center?
I didn't get to play over at Franklin.
No.
I take that back. Yes, I did.
Because it was only the half
Outside.
court.
I did play outside.
The half lopsided court.
Yeah, where the ball might bounce over the fence and onto the street.
Yeah, or you get hit because we were playing tennis, baseball while they're playing basketball. Yeah.
I did. Yes, I did play over there, and I played over there after I was out of high school as well. A couple of times. Good runs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good runs.
Yeah, that's where I played on my ball.
I see you scratching down by the bottom. We must.
Yeah, we getting close. Yeah, we getting to that time.
It's almost time to eat.
So there you go.
Using those
Do you
detective skills,
remember
huh?
your? I'm sorry.
So using those detective skills.
Without looking, see.
Yeah.
All the exits are marked. I know which way I'm going.
Do you remember your first ride along? I mean, is that a thing? Like I asked you in a text, I was like, "Is that even a thing? A ride along?" Because I'd seen it in movies with
The first person
Cube.
that
And,
rode with me,
I don't know,
or the first person I rode with.
Yeah,
The first person you rode with.
Oh yeah, I remember the first person. I remember riding with like a field training officer when I was in during the academy. There was a part of the academy called observation, and I rode with an officer then, and I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life. It was just really interesting. I enjoyed.
So it wasn't like training day. Okay.
So the window was down. You had your hand on your pistol. What?
It wasn't all that.
It wasn't. Like
It was just dealing with people.
dealing with knuckleheads.
Yeah, really not that. It was just dealing with people. I knew.
Damn it, Ray! What did I tell you?
Sometimes.
Shit.
Yeah.
Behave.
Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
Everybody got Uncle Ray. That drink Milwaukee's best.
There you go. Milwaukee's best. I just had some of that too.
No, you
One,
did.
two. I did. I was in Milwaukee during the summer,
Oh, really?
and I had to have one.
Yeah.
Because
just to
it
see,
said-
you were in Milwaukee.
Well, I was in Milwaukee, and I went into a store, and I said, "I want your best beer." They said, "Milwaukee's best." So I paid like $3 for a 6-pack.
Yeah.
It was good.
You probably still got the others too, though. You got 2 left.
No, everybody was like, "Why are you drinking that?" I said, "Because we're in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
It's Milwaukee's best. We got it." So everybody started trying them,
And they like
and yeah, had the shits after that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's that Paps. The Milwaukee and the Paps.
Right. It's the best way to clean you out, is what it was.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, I guess we won't be asking any sponsors for Milwaukee's best. But Modelo, you guys do a good job.
And
I'll
they
tell you
do.
that.
And it's a really good
Hey,
deal.
you want another one?
I'm going to need one in a minute.
Okay, we'll get you one before we leave.
I'm glad I got a driver with me.
Either what?
I'm glad I got somebody to drive me.
Yeah, you're right. You ever have to rough people up? I mean, the ones that you didn't know. There ain't nobody watches this.
This is recorded, right?
Yeah, nobody's watching.
Are you the police?
I'm a police cop.
By law, you have to tell me if you're police.
Yeah, you have to tell me.
No, I'm
right,
trying to join the
rough
force. That
everybody up.
52-year-old.
You should, man. I think you'd be awesome.
Oh, you can't.
Why? You want to tell
Well,
about your
for
dad?
one, I can't see.
You can't see.
I
He
can't hear.
He can't run.
All the things
If-
that will make you a good officer.
If the perp gets away
But I can
over
eat.
a 3-foot high kind of like wall, he's gone. He's gone forever. My dad, it'll take him 20 minutes.
I'll
to get over that
run.
thing.
If I'm chasing somebody, if I have to take an elevator, I'll take an elevator.
That's a smart man.
See?
So while they're scaling the side of the building, you're just waiting in an elevator. Just
That's
going
right.
down.
Going on down. That's what I would do. Remember, a hero is a sandwich.
So, so you notice how he didn't answer that question. So we'll go to the next one. You ever have to chase anyone down?
I forgot what you asked.
Yeah, I know you did. You ever have to chase anybody down? I know you were quick back in the day.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I was quick.
Right. You weren't fast.
No, I was quick.
It was just quick.
Yeah, so
For a
after
good
the first
minute
4 or
and-
5 steps. Minute? what are we talking about now?
No, a minute's too long. Yeah.
3 times sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh shit.
When I come back.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had to chase people down.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Did you catch them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's according on why they were running.
Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't want to catch them. If you know you.
Because that was Uncle Ray Ray's godson, or
If you got somebody that you catch them, they know they're going to go back to prison for the rest of their life. You know, at the end of that at the end of that chase, it's going to be something real funky going on.
Yeah.
They don't want to go back.
Man.
Damn.
So sometimes you allow yourself to have the upper hand. You allow them, keep visuals on them, watch them, wait till when the boys get there, and then you take them.
You let them go, lead them to something bigger.
Wait, what do you mean by something bigger?
Hey, welcome to the show, Chris.
I know you've been back there quiet for a while.
Yeah, I figured you're playing a game or some shit.
I thought that was God.
You looking at us and we didn't even move our mouths.
It is I, my son. It is I, my son. I said, where the hell did that voice come from?
What do you mean something bigger?
Is that you?
Well, I mean, like, that's another, like, stereotypical thing you see in cop shows.
Right.
You let the criminal go, they lead you to the, like, big drug meeting spot, and you bust that instead of the person.
So, like, you let them think they got away, but then secretly you're tailing the whole time. That's a good tactic.
Yeah.
It's a good tactic. Chris, you think about being a police officer?
No.
Why not?
Why not, Chris? Chris, why not?
Because Chris is one of those, he doesn't like animals, and if somebody makes a phone call that there's a horse up in a tree, not a horse, a dog up in a tree, or Chris would be like,
Firefighter's job.
that's the first thing he would say when he'd be there.
Why would there be a dog in a tree?
I'm not going up there.
That's what I would tell him too, man. I said, you don't want me to get your dog down. How close are you to the
It's coming down, but it's not going to be the same as when it came up.
You go stand under it and catch it after.
What's the craziest call you ever had to attend, if you don't mind?
Like I said, it's hard to recall them unless we conversating about something and then something brings up something. That's it. The calls that kind of stick out in my mind are calls where guys that I work with were hurt. You know, where
Any backup?
Man down?
yeah, officer shot or those are the calls that kind of stay in the forefront. Yeah, it keeps you humble. It lets you know. Ain't nothing like seeing that uniform that you wear all balled up and lifeless. Yeah, it brings what you do to perspective. It makes those Monday night quarterbackers, those people on the news that say, officers, they should have done this. It makes you tell them go jump the fuck off a cliff because half of them can't do it. And I could do it if I had all the facts afterwards. But
Sure. In the moment, in the heat of the moment?
as it's going on and we developing facts,
That's
when you find out who can really do that job. So those people, they be like, well, I think the officer should have. Should have turned right. And I would have. Motherfucker, if you woulda, you coulda.
Woulda, coulda, woulda,
Yeah. So, them the people that write those books. If I was the police.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Were you a fan of the NWA?
I was wondering about that.
that was my group, bro. That
Yeah.
was my group.
You cruising in your cruiser.
Yeah,
You had
the underground. A young brother got it bad because I'm brown. Yeah, hell yeah. That was my era. I was street officer at the time when gangbanging was going on like that. Yeah, so those are my most vivid and fun memories. I couldn't wait to get to work. Care if we didn't do nothing. It was just that I was.
What an
on
odd
the set.
sentence. What an odd sentence.
What's that?
The gangbanging times. Those are the fun times.
They were. Ain't it crazy? It was. I mean, it was interesting.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we can use interesting.
Never knew what was gonna happen.
I really don't think Kansas City in terms of Bloods or Crips, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah, because you missed that era, though.
Did they have that nickname out there for you? Because I just remembered in colors it was Pac-Man.
Yeah, no.
Remember Sean Penn was Pac-Man. You know, they used to call Pac-Man.
We had guys that had that nickname. Pretty Boy had Pac-Man. Yeah.
What was yours? I know yours.
What was yours?
Yours was the green-eyed genie.
His eyes, you know.
The eyes.
Yep. It was like so they had all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The green-eyed genie.
Yeah, his eyes are green.
What does that have to do with genies?
Magic.
Do you remember the green-eyed genie? I only say that because
Wasn't it a cartoon or something?
no.
I love genie.
Shap. Houdini.
Oh yeah.
Remember Houdini had the green-eyed genie, ecstasy.
and all them.
Yeah. Yeah. So ecstasy he always wore the hat, but his eyes are green, so they call him the green-eyed genie.
Eric Sherman.
EPMD. You know, it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that because I was listening to a podcast and EPMD was there. It was an old one, and they were in there. Shit, I got on Amazon, ordered me an EPMD shirt.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna wear it today, but I was like, nah. But
You should have wore it, man.
Oh,
You
it's
should've broke
dope.
it out.
It's dope. That one, I ordered a Public Enemy T-shirt.
Did you?
I got my Run DMC. Yeah, you know how we good.
Yeah, I went to that concert, Run DMC.
Remember that?
Yeah, I went. I had Adidas on with no shoestrings in them and everything.
With no shoestrings in them.
thought I
I
was the
did
shit.
not win them.
Hey, trying to walk and hold my
I know,
hold my
right?
shoes on without no shoes.
They're hard. They're hard. I did. We just did it at we went to a trivia night and I dressed up like DMC,
Did you?
and I didn't have laces in my shell tops, and I had to arch my foot to keep my feet
Keep
in
your
there.
feet in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
my feet
I
were
did
hurting
that the
at
whole concert. Going up the steps to my seat.
That's funny. Well, Stevie, man, we've come to the end of this.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I know it feels like we've only been talking for about 10, 15 minutes.
That's it, ain't it?
That's it. That's all I need from you is 10, 15.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing else you got in your mind that you want to ask from your age group about to a law enforcement.
Yeah, Chris.
I mean, I'm
got any
serious.
questions for
It could
Mr.
be- it
Mr.
could be
Williams
as
here?
fucked up as you want it to be.
I'm gonna think of it later. That's what sucks about these things, is I'm gonna think about that. Like,
I know
damn, I should have asked that.
Damn it! I should have
And
asked
a
Stevie
chance
about
to get
this.
to ask and get a fair answer, with all the incidents that's going on and all
Right.
the kind of shit that's going on around there.
Man, we could have made this a calling session. All right, everybody, call between this time and this time if you want to ask. Hey, we could set it up for another day.
We can.
That'd be dope. We put it out there.
Neighborhood police.
Hey, because it was crazy. I had went to a little it was a
like a-
Q&A
Yeah.
about the officers being black in Memphis. They was asking me kind of how did I feel about those.
Oh, for real?
in Memphis. They was like, normally, how did you feel? And I was like, well, when I first heard it go out, I was like, man, there ain't no black officers. Then I was like, they started showing them. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you know what? And I was shocked too. A coworker of mine had brought it up. He goes, "Hey, they're getting ready to put the verdict out," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I really didn't know anything about it, and then I watched the video, and I was like, then they're talking about they're all black officers.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh man, it was crazy, man."
Personal.
Right?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. You can start thinking about it. It's like, what's classic, like what happened in the 90s in like Detroit and like the riots there going on. Like a lot of problems, like even before so, a lot of stuff you would imagine a lot of black officers or a lot of black just individuals before they become police officer have a lot to consider. I mean, it's like this whole enforcement has not necessarily been the kindest to my people.
Right.
But yet I still believe this is the right thing to do to help my people.
Man, that's been my toughest selling people in recruiting. That's been my toughest point. You want to hire minorities. You want your police department to match the demographics of your school district, your community, whatever. That's been one of my hardest, is getting blacks to buy into the fact that, it's law enforcement, because they look at them as the victim. I told them most of the time we don't go to college for criminal justice.
Yeah.
You view them as the enemy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, you think about you again think of like Rodney King, all those serious moments that happened back in the day. But ironically, there's never been a bigger divide between like people of color and police than more now, just because so many incidents, unfortunate incidents where police brutality happens is so much easier recorded and captured.
That's the key. It's not more incidents. I beg the difference.
That's a great point to add, that there was the same amount of incidents. Yes, exactly. What the ability to now kind of bring that to light.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of distrust on both sides, unfortunately.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
As for good reasons, because most cops back in even my mother's time, my mother passed in 94. She was born in 1923. So,
oh my God, she went through it. She was like literally from
Arkansas.
Oh my God! Wow.
So you could imagine. Yeah. So it was when I told her that I was interested in going to law enforcement, it was.
Did you feel a little betrayed? Like she was kind of like, really?
Yeah, not necessarily.
I mean, I don't know how many stories she may have told you.
Oh yeah, man. Afterwards, she sit me down and told me a bunch of them. Not more so about law enforcement, just more so about people.
Yeah.
In general.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So, well, man, I had a great time. I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, and all your classmates from back in the day hopefully get to see this, and
I hope so.
Yeah, but I'm glad you made the time to come in and off your busy schedule.
Oh yeah, man. Anything for you, man.
I appreciate that,
And
Stevie.
free beer.
Hey, I mean, I got a free cigar out of it.
Oh, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I can't beat that at all. You smoke quite a bit cigars?
I do.
Yeah, so do I.
I do. What's your favorite?
It's called Oro del
So
Yeah, Oro del Sol. It's a flavored cigar. Yeah, it's got like a cherry taste to it.
I don't have
Really
a favorite.
smooth.
Yeah.
You don't have a favorite?
I like anything by Arturo the Fuentes family. I like most of their stuff.
Oh, okay.
There's some nubs that I like. I'm a simple dude.
Okay, yeah.
I got some good sticks, but most of the time I buy them when I get gift cards.
Oh, okay.
Because I ain't gonna buy them with my own money.
smart. I mean, smart about
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
And then, no wonder he gave me one.
Yeah, that was
Somebody else bought it for me. You just picked it out. Somebody else bought it for me.
Thanks, Jim, for that cigar to give me.
There's the shout out. There we go.
Yeah. Any other shout outs? Hey, you're more than welcome to do
Shout
that.
out to the JC Norman class of 1986.
86, class 86. What was that line? So we got 88. I heard 88 was great,
Yeah.
but 89 was fine.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, yeah.
80s.
Because Levon says that all the time, right?
Yeah. Every chance you get.
But 89 was fine.
I can't say what I tell after that. I say 86 had big. Yeah, you figure it.
All righty. We have to end it with that right there.
Moving on, Jim.
Again. Steve, man, I appreciate you coming in, bro.
I appreciate y'all having
Yeah.
me. man.
Thanks for coming in. And yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Interesting stuff. Yeah. Like I said,
Stop sweating.
I had, you done sweating? Yeah, everything good.
I told you I was nervous.
Yeah.
I've been nervous.
It's
since
like
we
it's
talked
like
last week.
it's like 65 degrees in here.
Yeah, I feel good though in here.
Yeah.
now,
It feels
so,
good. It feels better now.
Yeah. If he wouldn't have changed that temperature, boy, I'd been here sweating like a slave.
You'd,
Like this fire squad.
you'd be in that jazz tank top right now.
Yeah, you ain't
Nipples showing and all.
Beverly Hill Cops. We didn't talk about. Never mind.
Go ahead,
It's too
say
late.
what-
Now. I lost it, but that was just another one. That would have been a good one. to
Oh,
talk
Beverly Hills Cop.
We're
Yeah,
done. We're
that's
past it. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, though.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until then, we're out. Peace.